Briefly onto America's southern neighbor, Mexico. Yesterday there was a big party in the Zócalo. Lots of music, mucha fiesta. Perhaps everyone was cheering the end of abrazos no balazos. But it seems too early to celebrate when women and children are being gunned down in places like Guanajuato. The United States certainly appreciates the new approach Ms. Sheinbaum has brought to the problem. This meeting means that in certain respects, we failed. We failed Malcolm Kent. Not long ago, right outside America's capital, he was 17 years old when he took his last breath. Malcolm played lacrosse. He volunteered at his church, and then he made the tragic mistake of taking a pill laced with fentanyl. Last year in the United States, there were 86,882 Malcolm Kents, 86,882 overdose deaths. They represent a graveyard almost twice the size of Vienna's largest soccer stadium. Some have decried President Trump for issuing tariffs recently, based on some nation's failure to stem synthetic drugs gushing like a burst pipe across America's borders. They say it's pretextual. Really? Tell that to the 86,882 Malcolm Kents. Tell that to the U.S. states, Alaska, Montana, Nevada, South Dakota, Utah, where the overdose numbers are still increasing. Tell that to the paramedics in Mexico who said fentanyl was creeping further into their country last year. And tell that to police officers in Falkland, Canada, where the largest fentanyl superlab was discovered. The Chinese ministry stated last week, quote, "Facts speak louder than words." Well, those are the facts. And here are some more. China remains the epicenter of the precursor chemical trade. Journalists have continued with relative ease to contact and negotiate purchases from vendors in China of nitazines, medetomidine, the list goes on. Meanwhile, China's senior-most leadership has failed to make public warnings to the chemical and shipping industries there. Its last notice was over a year ago. Public pronouncements just aren't a priority. In fact, many Chinese Communist Party affiliates, including local government officials and overseas money launderers, still benefit from these industries. Here are some questions. How many people has the PRC actually convicted for being accomplices to overdose murders overseas? Why has it been slow to investigate cryptocurrency transactions? And what has it done to adequately train and equip local, provincial law enforcement officials? We stand ready to work with the PRC, but we need answers and we need action. Diversion to countries like India and Mexico remains a concern. Briefly onto America's southern neighbor, Mexico. Yesterday there was a big party in the Zócalo. Lots of music, mucha fiesta. Perhaps everyone was cheering the end of abrazos no balazos. But it seems too early to celebrate when women and children are being gunned down in places like Guanajuato. The United States certainly appreciates the new approach Ms. Sheinbaum has brought to the problem. We hope she will soon take action against major narco-traffickers like Ryan Wedding. We hope she will finish installation of border inspection equipment in Matamoros and expand the E-Trace system to all Mexican states. In return, the United States will redouble its own efforts and keep up the Trump administration's blistering pace. We have to be relentless when the questions we face are existential. Do nation states retain the ability to control the dangerous substances they've created? Do we care enough about the fate of our fellow man to prevent accidents like Malcolm Kent and also the more troubling deaths of despair? The United States of America's answer is unequivocally, unapologetically, yes. Let's get to work and remain focused on the core interests of this organization, the CND. Thank you.